It's over. Yeah, Rachel went through the ACT protocol. Amazing. It's awesome how we have how everyone's so experienced. Everyone's so like, like everyone with their, like with everyone in their field. And we had a great lineup on the first season too. And the playlist is on the YouTube channel as well. Fall in Love with Fitness Summit. Of course, we also have little presentation deck, slide decks, videos. Stop overthinking. Admit and stop presenting. I'll close that window. Oh, did I deny that person? Whoopsies. What did I just do? Did I mess up? I thought I hit yes to enter. You're allowed to enter. I thought I hit yes. Let's see. Just in case if I messed up, I just sent Rachel the link again. Not again, but I think I hit the wrong button. Oh.
Hi, Ryan.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Well, thank you.
Awesome.
Great to be here for a second time.
The second time. I love it. This is great.
I just realized the name on my screen is my company rather than my name. I don't know. Does that matter?
No, it's all good. It's okay. It's funny when you said it because I was listening to I'm always trying to expand the knowledge on business side of things, and there was one group was saying, yeah, so for your name for like it was a huge event, an online event. They're like, yeah, so look, I understand, like for me as example, yeah, you put Ryan personal trainer or Ryan you certified personal trainer, all that stuff. Like, it's okay, but just put your name. So like, oh, don't worry, you're good. You're good, Rachel. Everyone knows Rachel. We know Rachel.
There's something
there. Yeah, no, it's all good. I was just before you came on, I was just learning how to do the Google Meet and YouTube or the YouTube streaming, and I was just sharing your I didn't have it. I just had it in the background as we were playing our first talk. How we were talking about the ACT method. Loved it. That was so. Yeah, I was just singing praise to you, like you and everyone else on that summit. How everyone's just so smart. You guys are just so like have a wealth of knowledge. I love it. It's amazing.
Well, we're just mirroring you, Ryan, right? That's not bringing us all together. It's just the community wisdom. So thank you again.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yes. Yeah, so we are. Yeah, so we're live. We're on YouTube. We are ready to rock and roll. And I know it was funny too when I made a quick video to and how we were working with our last webinar or the last video thing here, and learning how to do the technology behind it. But this one's a little easier. This one's
easy is good. Easy is good, Brian.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So I do have a little blurb for us to introduce our lovely speaker, Rachel here. So Rachel, she was on our first guest, our first Fall in Love with Summit series. We are season 2. This one's Date Your Health. But date your health could be date your relationship or date with your business or mindset. It's just just because of Valentine's Day was yesterday. Today's the 15th, but I know, right? So so we have Rachel here. So she is the founder of. Her name's right on the screen right there. Founder of Life Career Studio. She is here. She is here to help us stop fighting ourselves and start tapping into our true potential. Rachel is the creator of the creator of Career DNA framework and a deep believer in the oxygen mask principle. This is the foundational idea that regulating your nervous system is the absolute core of your confidence. Today, she will show us how confidence lives in the body through posture, through breath, and the practice of Qigong, right?
Qigong.
Qigong. I know. I was just listening to
It's okay.
Brian.
Think chi like
Chi.
cheesy. Chi.
Chi.
It's okay. It's
Chi.
however you want to say it. Right.
Thank you, thank you. My apologies for the people listening. But yeah, so we have Rachel here. The stage, the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you, Ryan, for that wonderful introduction. And as I said, great to be here again. And I want to talk today about the idea or the sense of unlocking your superpowers and confidence with well-being, which is it's a different way to be looking at confidence, because usually it's about pushing through, pushing harder, and being very results focused. And my offering is that the confidence through alignment and through self-regulation in your body. And I wanted to actually offer a quote, and the quote is from someone I admire greatly and use her as a reference with talking with my clients. And Amy Cuddy says, "Don't fake it till you make it. Fake it till you become it." And do you know Amy Cuddy, Ryan?
No, but that I
Oh.
love that. That is, yeah, that is. Let's highlight that one.
Yeah. And it's very much about that being, or just like, confidence isn't a commodity that you can just get, and which is a lot of people I see try to, and then it ends up being very challenging for them, and they're wondering and starting to get in their head and say, I'm failing. And so rather than leaning into the getting of confidence, it's just more of that beingness and that becoming confident, which is the embodied confidence. And so that's kind of the premise of what I'd like to share today, Ryan. And I'm going to go at it from 4 different areas that you already had introduced. It's just like the oxygen mask principle, and I think a lot of people know what I'm talking about there, but I'll go into that a little bit more. Confidence and your body, so confidence relating to it in your body, and that would be like also a message about Qigong in there, and the career DNA and superpowers and how we can use that to access our confidence. And then the final is a little bit controversial: resistance as an ally. And I know I'll be interested to hear for you, Ryan, in terms of resistance for you being a trainer and using that with your clients. So I'd love to hear your perspective on that too. So starting off with the oxygen mask metaphor, do you know the metaphor I'm talking about, Ryan?
No, I haven't. This is my first time hearing this one.
Okay, well, not as a metaphor, but remember I think your last trip that I recall, where you were going to the Caymans, and
I'm going on Monday. I'm going tomorrow again.
You're going again on Monday. Of course
I'm
you
going
are.
tomorrow. Last minute, but yes.
Yeah. So what are they going to say when you get into the safety check?
Yeah, so make sure in case of emergency, please put on your oxygen mask first before you help another person.
Exactly. Because without our own oxygen, we're not going to be able to help ourselves or others. And so using that metaphor, if we're thinking about as a foundation for how we're going to help ourselves become confident. And so that when we do have that sense of fundamental safety of being able to breathe. Just like, because if we're in a fear state, we're not going to be open to the possibility of looking at our strengths and looking at what is meaningful and aligned for us. And so it's that idea in regards to how we can be regulating ourselves as with something as basic as oxygen. So just a visual for people to hold on to there. And the second is confidence in relationship to your body. And I started off with Amy Cuddy, who is a researcher about body language. I'm going to invite you, Ryan, and the listeners here to take up a power pose, and it could be Wonder Woman. I've got my hands on my hips right now, whether you're sitting or standing, or or Superman or super person, being a superhero, Ryan.
Yeah.
And then another is the victory sign. So raising your arms up. You just finished lifting your own body weight in what's that? A barbell press? Am I saying the right?
Shoulder press.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, anyway, so you just achieved an amazing feat in whatever it is, like finishing a run or finishing in a really hard set, right? And I'm just wondering what do you notice from having done those couple of poses, Ryan?
I just feel more open, and
Yeah.
because I can definitely feel like doing this, and like I just picture myself like in Vancouver, the gross grind, and just like yes, like embracing the moment, embracing a victorious moment of what I just did. So it feels good. It feels great.
Yeah, it's very open. And so our bodies can lead how we can feel about ourselves, and that openness. And Amy Cuddy goes into the body language and what you're signifying to people as well with your body language. Because if you and I started this talk, Ryan, and we were like this, and we're just like, hey, everyone, now let's do a talk about confidence. Do you think that people will be listening for very long?
Wow, beautiful, nice.
So that's one way of looking at the body wisdom, if you like, about helping you lead and feel more confident. And that's goes in with that the quote I was saying. Does it bring something up to you, right?
Yeah, no, just because of I was recently talking with a colleague of mine, and she works with the downtown east side and does wonderful stuff in the community center. And we're just touching base on body language, like talking, making sure that you are well aware of your surroundings, making sure that you're not going to be attacked, making sure that you have that you are showing confidence and you're not looking down or distracted with headphones, and making sure that you are aware of your surroundings, but having that body language of not assertive, but like that body language, like I am not a victim, and, I'm not attracting that energy, but having that superwoman or super person confidence as as you go about your daily activity. So I definitely see how this can apply, to especially with the Vancouver or wherever you are, to make sure that you are safe in the public and having that body language.
Yeah, and having that awareness of your surroundings. So that's one way of leading with the body. And then the other is if we take, since I was saying that I would say something about Qigong. And first of all, for people who don't know, and I know you've had Blanche as well, who's a Qigong master. And but Qigong is an ancient Chinese practice. And there's a martial arts side and there's a healing side. I'm on the healing side. Blanche has done both, but and Qi is Chinese for energy, and Gong, Gong, is about cultivation and work. So you're cultivating energy when you do the practices of Qigong. A lot of people know Tai Chi and acupuncture, and that comes from Qigong. So it's all about like to do with the energy. And so something else that I would invite you to do, and your listeners too, Ryan, is if you I see you're sitting down there, and just taking a moment to notice and become more aware of your breath. You're not trying to change it, but just noticing your breath. And now I'm going to invite you to just put a big smile on your face, a bigger smile than you're even smiling.
Nice.
And so with this big smile and noticing your breath, now just bringing attention to the rest of your posture, noticing how your spine is. Are you relaxed? Are your shoulders down? Is your jaw clenched? Is there space between your teeth? And the feet contact with the ground, whether you're sitting or standing. Maybe some people are sitting on the floor, wherever they are while they're listening to this. And now inviting you to, in your own way, take 3 deeper breaths. And you may want to imagine inhaling all the way into your belly like a baby, and exhaling out of your nose or your mouth, whatever feels best for you. So how are you feeling now, Ryan?
It is taking those 3 breaths and just really, like you were saying, just to visualize the breath going through the entire body, and having your feet placement and being rooted. It brings me in. It brings me into the moment, instead of thinking of pre-thinking of like how I hope this is going to be okay. I hope the technology is going to be okay. I know I had issues on the first one, but dial in. It's okay. Just deep breathing. Deep breathing is key, not just from the chest, but into your belly for sure. Right. So definitely being centered. Being
Yeah.
centered.
Yeah, grounded and centered. And this is really helpful, especially if you are feeling overwhelmed or stressed
Mm.
out. A lot of my clients come to me from overwhelmed, stress, and burnout, and being able to help them find something that seems as simple as breathing intentionally and mindfully. And talking about mindfulness, John Kabat-Zinn, who was known for bringing mindfulness into the Western world, has a quote about, you can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
And so
nice.
these ways that we have of finding the way to self-regulate
Mm.
through our bodies, and being able to self-soothe, calm ourselves down, and also putting in the aspect of self-care and how core that is. And it's not selfish. I don't know about you, Ryan, but a lot of my clients, when I offer that they might put their oxygen mask on first and look after themselves first, feel selfish to do that, and they're not putting themselves first. And then they run out of gas, basically. They don't have the capacity to help other people.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just from being in our profession, and what we want to do is to help others to be selfless, and to make sure that we are taking care of the people, our loved ones, and to take care of our community, and yeah, making sure that we have to be in our best position and best health and best mindset, and that deep breathing, to be centered. And no, that is, I know I can understand how people can think that is selfish. However, we do want to make sure that we can help far more people outside of our circle, but also to make sure that we are taking care of everything about us, so we can show up to the world in that healthy state for sure. Hmm.
Yeah, and the theme of the summit is date your health. And so to me, it's about, just having a healthy relationship with yourself, and that self-love, not to sound, woo-woo, but maybe it does sound woo-woo, but it's just like, how can you take care of yourself better and put your health first, so that, because as we age, things can be more challenging. So,
Nope.
so oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I just got it's funny, like I didn't read it yet, but it is growing better, not older. So instead of
Yeah,
growing old, we're growing better.
exactly. And having that mindset of dating our health, taking ourselves, our well-being out for a special connection. That's what I think of dating. So and I'll just say one more thing about the confidence in your body. I went to my first drumming circle. I don't know if you've ever been to one, Ryan.
And drumming in the sense of
Drumming, the hand drumming on.
just in the sense, well, the first station we had like a powwow, like we did like a round dance, that kind of thing. It is the whole like you can just feel in your heart, you just feel that drum and how impact, like it's just the vibration of everything. It is beautiful. It is definitely amazing to be in it for sure.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to like know more about drumming, and I've seen it, and I've been a witness of ceremonies like that, which has been powerful. But I actually got to drum. I was led by a drumming master teacher here. I'm on Main Island this time, Ryan. So I'm closer to you the last time.
Nice.
Yeah. But anyway, that's why we were drumming. It was just like you almost get into a trance, but it was just like the feeling and the vibration, and then you're drumming with other people too, and it was just like it was a very visceral feeling. And so if whatever that visceral feeling might be for for people who are listening, or you like I know being a personal trainer, you probably get in the zone when you're doing something very physical as well. So, and these are all things that help contribute to our well-being, and that kind of another way of looking at dating our health, right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I still feel like, just, touching base with you're saying about Qigong and having the healing aspect, but also the martial art aspect to it. I was just talking with a young kickboxer just before you, and she's only 15.
Malaya?
And yeah, Malaya,
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw that. It's a lovely
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah, no,
Wonderful.
it is yeah, just having like, like yourself with how you're approaching or your experience with Qigong and the other drumming, and then having those aspects and to experience life and to experience it other than what's the word I'm looking for, other than like for me, I love kickboxing, but that's just my one lane. But to expand and to hear your experience with drumming and how to be in that circle or to be with other people experiencing it, right? That's what life is. That to date your health, to date, to date the experience of actually living and not being one dimensional, me being one dimensional in my kickboxing or in my endeavor of business, right? But it's amazing to hear, yourself and then and Blanche and her experience, and Malaya with her being 15 and how her passion for Thailand and kickboxing. It's just like this hearing everyone speak, it makes my heart sing.
Oh, that's
If that makes
wonderful,
sense.
Ryan. Well, another very core aspect of our health and well-being is social connections. You're doing it here, like reaching out and just for loneliness there's a loneliness epidemic during COVID. And like the loneliness of not being able to have those connections with people is just like detrimental to our health and our well-being. And so, however we can create those social connections, and you're doing it in this way, reaching out to people, Ryan. So thank you.
Yeah, no, yeah, this is, yeah, I love it. Absolutely fun with it for sure, definitely.
And so I want to move to the third part of my conversation with you today, Ryan, which is about career DNA and superpowers. And I'm using as a focus because I'm a career energy coach, career DNA, but you could think of this as something as to hold as an idea even for your own life and different aspects. Whether it is in a health aspect, we'll use that since it's front of mind. And the idea of the the relationship between energy and talents, and like how we bring those together with our strengths as well. And so like the blend of those, and it's our relationship between all of those. And when we find that relationship, we actually end up with our superpower in the middle there. So, and I'm just wondering what you think of that that idea, Ryan.
You know what is when you're sharing that, I was thinking of having a perhaps like a piano, having a keynote, and then having each dynamic, each your focus, your energy, your breath, being grounded. You're hitting a key, but each key will represent an aspect that you're trying to develop. And then as soon as you have all those proper keys in place, you're making a song. And that's how, when you're explaining, that's how I was kind of thinking, okay, well, each aspect of your DNA, your the health, and you're creating a song for self. And when you have all those notes in place, that's when you're in flow. I guess I'm kind of thinking that you're in flow, but you're creating your own song within self. That's what I'm kind of hearing.
Yeah, I love that. And it's interesting because one of the things I talk about with my clients in terms of them accessing their superpowers and then feeling more confident about what they're doing is the idea of flow. And I don't know if all of you, I know you would know it, Ryan, but I offer it to clients as it's where you lose time because you're so engrossed in something that you're doing that 2 minutes feels like it's gone by, but it's actually been 2 hours. Much like I'm feeling like here, I can see we're coming almost to the end of the time, and I don't know about you, Ryan, but the time has flown by, and it's just that alignment of all of those aspects. And yeah, so that flow state, and as opposed to when you're watching the clock because you're feeling stressed at work and you're like wanting something to be over it, as like, and it seems like those 2 hours are like 12 hours or 20 hours.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Flow.
So just to touch base what you're saying there, like, so would you recommend to ground, to deep breathing? So if I am in that state of looking and go, shoot, I have a deadline, I have to meet my boss, or I have to meet a certain thing that's due soon, like, and I'm freaking out, like I feel anxious, I feel stressed, I feel tense. So would you guys recommend doing the breathing, the groundwork, and like, what would you kind of suggest for that?
Yeah, so that's exactly a really great place to do it. And just even if, because oftentimes I don't know if you've experienced this, Ryan. I have myself, and then with my clients, it's just you can in that overwhelm, in that seeing the deadline, and you're stressed out. You just almost freeze, and you actually, it's not an almost freeze. You do freeze, and you get stuck because you go into a survival aspect of looking at things. You don't feel safe, so you've gone into fight, flight, or freeze. And so to be able to step back from that, first of all, being able to recognize it, because sometimes but physically just like moving yourself from the environment. So if you're in a home office or office at work, or just like stepping away from the computer or the situation if you can. And if you can't actually step away, of just being able to take a pause, and even the pause in the breath, like an intentional breath, to help you be able to step back and observe what's happening rather than being caught up in it and being reactive.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, no, instead of being caught up in being reactive, and then just dialing in, having that deep breath work, taking that slight little break from it. And if you can't leave your desk, ground within, and even take that, Even take
Yeah,
your
that, or hands on your hips. If you're in your office in your cubicle and people are watching you, suddenly pretend you're doing a big stretch or a yawn.
or it's like, Ryan's hands are up. He must be going through something, or he must be expressing his happiness right now.
Yes, exactly. Or even like thumping your feet a bit and just kind of to re-ground yourself.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's a great
You know,
question.
it was, yeah, no, just, yeah, no, like that is very common. And like how you're saying too, like you may not even notice that you're tense, and you just become so accustomed to the toxicity of that energy field. And we don't want that. We want to break free of that. We don't want that as our normal day to day. Because that's going to do, it's so harmful for our heart and our alignment and in our chi. Right. So we want to make sure everything is aligned. We'll make sure that we're grounded and we are not in that state of fight or flight. Right.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
awesome.
And
Hmm.
I'll quickly share with you, if you're able to move into a space where you don't feel self-conscious, or you might have to go into the washroom or something, but there's actually there's a Qigong exercise called trembling horse, and it's a literal shaking of the energy. So it's like, if you're like shaking that, and then you can even raise your arms a bit, or just kind of like when you see dogs when they get into an altercation and then they shake off, and they'll like shake that off. But we as human beings don't tend to do that. But we're like shaking off the energy. It's called trembling horse. It's lots of fun. You can even, if you want to, go. So everything shakes off. So you get to really physically shake that out of your body.
That
So
is
yeah,
huge. That is
yeah,
amazing. No, it is. Yeah, no, they just have that physicality of it, but making
yeah,
sure, well, we're doing that to shake it off, to get rid of that energy. Like, I don't want this on me.
yeah.
That is
And it's
amazing,
also
Rachel.
it's Chinese New Year, and the year of the fire horse starting on Tuesday. So having that horse energy of like freedom and independence as well too. So, and I'm also, I see the time coming up, Ryan, and I don't want to delay your next speaker too. But I just wanted to quickly put in the last idea of resistance as an ally. And so what clients might perceive as a block or an obstacle or resistance could actually be a message or something for them to leverage, and be able to look at their um, relationship with confidence, if it's not where it is, where they want it, to look at it in a different way, and that this, what they're perceiving as a resistance, could just be offering them a different way of doing it. And the different way may also be to have somebody else help them. Oh, my clients are very resourceful, and they, for me, I couldn't do it by myself anymore. Your clients, you have clients because they can't do it by themselves anymore. So that just, how could you have a different relationship with that resistance, is what I'll leave there.
Beautiful, nice, Rachel. Yeah, no, thank you for the time stuff here, and the four key points. If you can just do a quick run through of the four, please, just for as we finish up.
Yeah, so just the idea of how you become confident, and you could have the lens of the oxygen mask. Remember, confidence in your body, and the power poses, shaking things off, the career DNA for your superpowers to build your confidence. So you have that relationship of how to access your superpowers, and then having a different relationship with resistance, so it can be an ally for you instead of an adversary. Adversary.
Adversary.
Thank you.
Awesome, beautiful, Rachel. Rachel, yes, thank you so much. Rachel, quickly your website.
Yes, can I quickly share? I've got a slide
You know what?
here. Well,
Uh,
let me, I think
I will.
I can see
You
it
know,
here.
if you're on YouTube Live, there is. Oh,
Oh, it won't.
oh, no, no, you're good. Yeah, I can
Oh,
see
yeah.
it.
So, and yeah, so it's my website, lifecareerstudio.com, and then my YouTube channel as well there, and
Perfect.
or I'm on LinkedIn too. So
Beautiful, beautiful. Rachel, thank you so much for your second talk with us with the Fall in Love with Fitness Summit, Date Your Health. Amazing work. People at home, definitely reach out. She has wonderful knowledge, as you can see through this talk and also the previous one. But yeah, definitely reach out to Rachel for your career and also just your mindset and a different approach to to experience life.
thank you for the wonderful date experience today.
Yeah, yes. Thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
Take
All
care.
right, we're out of here. See ya. Bye, Rachel.
Bye.
Bye.